Hey, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co., and these are the games leaving the collection for June 2025. We have 15 games leaving today, 17 depending on how you count them, but I count them as 15 games leaving. As usual, we'll be dividing this up into two separate categories. The games that are kind of more passing through, I've played them, I review them, or in some cases I haven't. Actually, in all cases I have, although the reviews may or may not be up yet, and they're not sticking around. They might be good, they might be bad, but none of them are sticking around. And then the other side of the table over here, which you can't quite see yet, but you will soon, we have 6 more games. Again, possibly 8, depending on how you count them. 6 more games, of which 2 of them I'm kind of fine with them leaving, and the other 4 I'm really not, but games do have to come in and go out at all points, and these are the games that are actually leaving my collection as opposed to the ones more passing through. As usual, disclaimers before we start this, disclaimers and things to know. Number 1, if you are a member over on Patreon and Ko-Fi, I do give away games every single month. I am behind, but the good news is whenever I'm behind, I just do a catch-up. I'm like, hey, here's extra games for the past few months, so I'll try to post that today if I can, because I really need to catch up. I'm like 4 months behind at this point. So I need to go ahead and give away games over on Patreon and Ko-Fi if you are a Patreon or Ko-Fi member. Free games get given away every month, except when they don't, in which case I catch up eventually. And outside of that, the other disclaimer that I always give is I play a lot of games every single year. I play generally 300 to 400 new games a year, and that means that there's lots of new games every year that I discover that are fun, that are cool, that I want to keep, but it also means that you can't keep everything that's great, and things that you've kept in the past that are great do have to go. This is just a numbers game. It's a numbers game where you can't play, you don't have time to play everything you want to play, and so very often great games do leave. Great games that I reviewed and decided not to keep because they weren't great enough, and then great games from my collection because practically speaking I know which games get prioritized and which games get played more, and the others do have to go. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive into this, starting as usual with the games that are passing through. We have a bunch to start with, so I'm going to kind of quickly do 5 mini reviews for these 5 games. I'm going to go ahead and give you 5 of these because these are the all-play games. I've been reviewing a bunch of all-play games. Some of those reviews have gone up already. Some of them will be going up slowly but surely because I just did like a whole bunch of them and I've been like putting out 1 a week in the meantime. So I think these 2 have been up. These 3 have not. You'll get quick thoughts on these games. Money is a fun game. It's not Reign of Knizia's best game. It's a good game that I enjoy when I play it, and I would rather play other games from Reign of Knizia or other similar games. But it is fun. Like, I genuinely enjoy this. I would just choose and recommend other games over Money instead. Wordsy is cute. I enjoy it. It's a word game. I find that word games in general, very rarely do I keep them. I always enjoy playing them, but they're not the thing that I am most likely to pull out when I'm choosing a game to play. My favorites are probably Iliad and Paperback Adventures, and even those didn't last. I mean, they lasted for a bit. By a bit, I think Iliad I had for like 2 years, Paperback Adventures I probably had for around the same, but ultimately both of them did leave. I don't think I currently have any word games, like games where the focus is building words. I don't think I have any of those in my collection. Like I have Captain Obvious, that's more sentence structure. Word games, I don't think I have word games. Like word association games, yes. Building the best word, I generally don't keep those. So it is fun though, just not a genre I tend to keep. These 3 over here, I did a roundup review of all of these. I don't think it's gone up yet. It's not that positive because I think that For the Emperor is a decently fun lane battling game that just doesn't shine in any way. It's fine. It's just there's so many great lane battlers. This is a easily forgettable one. And then Ferry and Slambo. Slambo I think is actively, I would call this a bad game. I don't understand the appeal of it. Like it must have an appeal. I'm not saying there's no appeal. I'm saying I don't understand the appeal of Slambo. It's basically just playing a bunch of cards until someone wins. I don't see where the fun of the game is. Maybe it's there for someone. Ferry is also not for me. The differences between Ferry and Slambo, I do understand that there is an appeal to this one. I just don't feel the need to keep this one. It's not that fun for me. It's mostly a guessing game of is the card higher, lower, same suit, that kind of thing. It's mostly a guessing game. I do find it at least whimsical as opposed to Slambo, which I really didn't like. So, really didn't like Slambo. Ferry, not for me at all, but I understand the appeal. And For the Emperor, it's not even bad. It's just that there's a lot of great lane battlers out there. So those are going to be your 5 little mini all-play reviews, if you watched the others or if you haven't watched the others. Then we have another set of 2 games over here. We have Iliad and we have Ichor over here, of which I think Iliad is generally better received than Ichor, and these reviews will be going up soon. I filmed them. They haven't gone up on the channel yet. But Iliad and Ichor, I think that Iliad is generally more well received and Ichor less so. I liked Ichor more and Iliad less so. Both of them in general, from the abstract nature of what they're doing, I enjoy. Ichor is kind of like a bit of a Othello style game where you're trying to go over each other's pieces to become the player who has the most pieces on the board. But with gods and player powers and all that, it was held back a little bit by component limitations. I really don't like the standees on the cloth mat. They just fall over a lot. And outside of that, I think it's a good game that has some degree of learning curve issue, but I enjoy Ichor. And Iliad, I enjoy the theory of the game, but you're basically going to be putting a lot of tokens on this mat and constantly adding them up. And I really found that process to be kind of tedious. There were two issues I had with Iliad. One is that I found the game only reaches its fun point like halfway through. The first half, I'm like just putting things down, but nothing's really closing off, so it's a little slow going. And the second half, there's just constantly re-adding and adding every single row and column, and then occasionally missing things. I just found the gameplay experience itself, I think, is pretty decent, but from a game playing experience, I don't like. Meaning, not the gameplay experience. The mechanics of the gameplay, I think, are pretty decent. I don't like the constant additions that make the game less fun for me. But it is well liked, so I might be in the minority on that. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, everyone's gonna have this issue. I don't think everyone does, so this might just be a me issue. Definitely check it out in case I'm in the minority. So there's going to be two more games that are leaving. Then we have Divinus. I've tried on Divinus. I really have. But Divinus ultimately is not one that I am holding on to or keeping. I gave it a bunch of plays, and I played through the prototype. I was hoping for more. I played through the final version. I was hoping for more. I got halfway through the game, and I gave up on hoping for more. It's not bad. It really isn't bad. Again, I have a review coming at some point, but the way I'd put it is, while it is not bad, what's the category I put it in? When I'm playing a mediocrely good game, okay, like a mediocre game, a 3 out of 5, like I would put this in the 3 camp, okay, if I'm playing a 3 out of 5, let's say Money. I enjoy Money. Money is a 3 out of 5. Playing Money a few times, not bad. I played Money a few times. I played, like, I think maybe 3 times, maybe, like, and I may have played the original way back when, I don't know. But it's a quick enough game. It plays in like 25 minutes. It's easy to play, and it's fun. I had fun playing Money. If I had to play Money 12 times, I would not like it. And that's the problem with Divinus. Divinus is, it's not a bad game, but it's not a bad game that you have to play multiple times again and again to get the end. And at that point, it's a bad game. Not because it's bad, but because forcing you to... Watching a mediocre movie is fine. But I give up on mediocre TV shows 2 episodes in. There's just a different experience going on there. So that's my main issue with Divinus. It's really not bad. It's just, I don't recommend a not bad game that you have to play 12 times. And then lastly, we have Pergola. This one actually has a review already up on the channel already. So Pergola, I thought Pergola was charming. It's fun. I definitely see the audience and the crowd for this one. I just think it's a little lighter than the experience I personally look for in these types of games. But this type of game is a popular genre of game of, like, you know, light tile placement, getting things, set collection, all that. I've enjoyed this. I'd happily play it. I would never really request it. It's not bad at all. It's just, again, I think it's targeting that nature theme, and it does a good enough job with the gameplay, but it doesn't shine. It's just a good enough job with the gameplay. And so that's what we're going to have for the games passing through. In the category of the games leaving, I'll start with the 2 that are easier for me. The easiest one is technically one I haven't played. This is Love Letter. I have played Love Letter Batman. I've played regular Love Letter. I have not actually played Love Letter Batman. I've been holding on to it for a while, been meaning to play it, never actually got it tabled. Ooh, cards a sleeve, that's nice. Yeah, never got this one tabled, unfortunately, and I think I finally given up on it. I don't love Love Letter enough to really prioritize pulling this off the shelf. Considering all the other games that I want to pull off the shelf and play, this is just so low down. Honestly, it probably should have left a while ago. Then we have Sirens. This one is, like, I do like Sirens. I wish I was holding on to Sirens. Well, I don't wish I was holding on to Sirens, or I would just hold on to Sirens. In the category of hard decisions that have to be made with managing a collection and trying to get rid of things you aren't playing, even if you like them, I like Sirens, but I think there are other games I prefer overall. This is a fast 2-player, there's a solo mode as well, 2-player card drafting system where you pass cards back and forth as you play them down into your little board, and then you try to score multiple different things. I enjoy the gameplay. I think I played this for the first time, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, or whatever, but that was the prototype, then the final game came. I've played it a bunch, I enjoy it, I think it's fun, but when I'm choosing games to let go, I can make peace with the fact that this is going to go. I am okay with that. The next 4 games I am not okay with. And by not okay with, it doesn't mean I'm not getting rid of them. It just means that, like, I really like them, but I just... Every single month, if you watch the games being added to the collection video, that's like new things that I find that I want to add, but I have limited time to play all the games I have, so I have to get rid of things. So None of these other 4 am I okay with, but it is what it is. Let's start with the one that I have a cheap cop-out. This is the 1, or alternatively 3, meaning when I add it to my collection, I count this as 1. So it's 1 game with 2 variants, but you can count this how you want. But this is 1 game leaving my collection. This is next station, Paris, London, and Tokyo. Sorry about that. Paris, London, and Tokyo. This is a very charming roll and write game that has a nice little twist to the experience as far as you're drawing different tracks and you have these rounds, and each round you draw different colors. I really enjoyed the overall process of this. I gave it a 4 to 5. I stand by that rating. I just have so many good roll and write games, and I do find this one plays so well on Board Game Arena that I probably get most of my plays in on Board Game Arena. I like it in person, I've played it in person, but I probably get more of my board games and more of my games of this in on Board Game Arena, so it's slightly easier to let go and think, you know what, I'll just play it on BGA, and I'll keep the host of roll and writes. Whenever I point off camera, I'm pointing to where things are. You just don't know that, so I could point to whatever. I could be like, yeah, that restaurant in the corner of my basement. I just have my lattes every there. It's a little awkward with the guy staring at me all day, but it does what it does. Anyways, going back to these games over here, yeah, they're great games. Highly recommend them. I just think there's so many great roll and writes out there that at a certain point you're going to have to pick and choose the ones that work for you the most. I'm not even saying these aren't those. I'm saying I have the cop-out answer of playing these on Board Game Arena. From there we go to Run. Run from Fowers Games is fantastic. Speaking of Fowers Games and Board Game Arena, I've been playing through some what's the game called? My gosh. Jeez, Burgle Bros. I've been playing through some Burgle Bros on Board Game Arena and really enjoying that. It's been a while since I played the original, way back when. Anyways, going back to Run over here. Run is fantastic. Highly recommend this game. I think it's genuinely a fantastic experience. You should definitely try if you like hidden movement games. Also, I just find that I have limited attention. Like I recently just replayed Sniper Elite because I was covering the expansion, and I was like, I should bring that back to my collection. But it's the same problem. It's not a lack of appreciation for the thing. It's a recognition of limited time. And for me, right now, the 2 hidden movement games that I am most likely to table and play are Beast and Mind Management. Those are my 2 hidden movement games. Sniper Elite is fantastic. I kind of want to get it all again, but I also recognize that I will still choose Beast and Mind Management. And similarly, Run is fantastic, but I'm going to choose Beast or Mind Management. I think that both in terms of maintaining rules overhead in your head, as well as just picking and choosing, I think this feels a little similar to like Mind Management more so. Like Beast is a little more chaotic. I like the chaos that it adds. This is a little more similar to Mind Management in terms of the more structured aspect of the gameplay. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Mind Management because I think Mind Management is freaking fantastic. So Run has to go. Doesn't have to go. Run I'm choosing to let go. If you love something enough, let it go. And if it loves you back, it'll come back to you. Although I make all the decisions in this relationship, so maybe not. Anyways, Run is fantastic. I highly recommend it. I think it's great. I am reluctantly choosing to let it go. Next up from there, we have another semi-painful one. This is Leviathan Wilds. Leviathan Wilds. I'm pretty sure I have a gameplay. I don't think it's gone up. I filmed a gameplay a while ago that I don't think it's gone up on the channel. It's one of those filler videos that I just like have for whenever it's relevant. But that was filmed at some point. I have a gameplay going up, so even though it's going away now, if you see a gameplay later, that's because I filmed it. Like months ago. Anyways, I went through a phase a few months ago where I started playing through a bunch of the Leviathan Wilds monsters. I pulled it out, I cracked the rulebook, I started diving into it. I've been having fun going, well, not monsters, Leviathans. I've been having fun playing through this. This is a pretty solid game. I played the prototype way back in the day, and I finally have been diving into, I've played through like, I don't know, 6 or 7 Leviathans, not all of them, not by any shot, but it's an enjoyable little optimization puzzle. I like it. I have fun with it. I think it's great. Also, I've been playing through a lot of solo games these past few months, and I've been, again, despite a video saying that I'm playing less solo games, I've been playing through a lot of solo games. I've been going through Mandalorian Adventures, and, oh my gosh, what's it called? Valor, Villainy, and Metal Gear Solid, and what else do I have? I have a bunch of solo games. I'm, like, literally in the middle of, like, oh, Santorini, Riddle of the Sphinx. I'm in the middle of, like, 7 or 8 solo games, and I want to add more. I was just looking at Sky Tier Horde, and I realized I haven't played Sky Tier Horde in a bit, and I was like, I want to play that too. So there's a lot of solo games going on here. This is cooperative and solo. I do find that unless my group is vibing around a specific co-op game, that means I'm often going to just play it solo. Something like this over here, I have played this cooperatively, but most of my plays have been solo, and I like it as a solo experience, although I just play two-handed solo, not the official rules they give you. I prefer the two-handed solo. Overall, Leviathan Wilds, I think it's a great game. My review plus gameplay will come out at some point. I still think it's a great game. I believe I said in that it's probably not a forever game, because it's not, and I've played through enough of the Leviathans since that video that I am comfortable letting it go. Less so than Run. This should have been before Run in terms of if I'm ranking them by comfort levels. But it is good. It is good. I recommend it. I think it's great. I have a lot of solo games and limited time for all of them. And then the one that makes me the saddest from all the 4 that I'm getting rid of is going to be Kinghill. Kinghill, I think, is absolutely fantastic. And the thing about this game, like Run I can justify because I have mind management. Leviathan Wilds I can justify because I have a lot of solo games, and I've played through a bunch of the Leviathans and gotten a good experience from the game. Over here, Kinghill, and then like of course Next Station I justify because of Board Game Arena. This one is the hardest one because I don't have a game that's like this in my collection. This is a 2-player worker placement game that also has elements of games like Hearthstone or kind of like, you know, building an army and going head to head. I think it's really, really well done, and I've had a lot of fun playing with this game. I do think some small areas of the game feel a little unpolished as far as like games go, but I do think that the overall experience is really, really well done, pretty easy to dive into, and it's so fun building out your army and going through the 9 rounds over there. I just think it's great. And it's a 2-player game that takes about, 90 minutes to go through, and I do find those games experiences. I find most of my games are either going to be solo, 2-player cooperative, or 3+ player competitive. There are 2-player games that are 2 hours long that I play. They're definitely, are 2-player competitive, but in the half-hour range and under. I do find 2 players at over an hour that's competitive is just a genre I play less often. I do have a few games that really lean into that, like Rum and Bones is fantastic. I still have Dune War for Arrakis, but I need to play that. But I played the prototype, not the physical game. So I do find that this type of experience just doesn't hit the table very often, which is why I'm reluctantly letting it go. I say reluctantly because I genuinely believe that if you like 2-player games that are head-to-head, take 90 minutes, and they're competitive and very satisfying, this is one of those games that, to me, is a hidden gem game. It's an absolutely hidden gem game, but given my personal playing preferences, it doesn't hit the table that often. When it does hit the table, I like it a lot, but it's not one of the games that I really look at to hit the table that often, which is sad. But it is what it is. Oh, and I also have what's it called? Oh my gosh, from Mind Clash, Ironwood. Ironwood's fantastic. So it's hard. It's just hard to keep everything at all points with all the games that come out. That's why I keep doing this video. This video always feels like a degree of self-flagellation every single month when I make hard choices as to what stays and what goes. But then like immediately after this, I'm going to film the games being added to my collection, and that's why I do this video, because congratulations to me, I got rid of 6 games in my collection. I'm gonna go ahead and add 4 or 5 more in the next video. So you can't do it all. You just can't do it all. In any case, and until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I hope you have a good one.